home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
Let's head home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
Yeah, let's boogie.
Pew 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 pew!
Don't shoot!
Pew 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 pew!
Welcome back to another Patch Notes video. Today we are looking at Patch Notes 1.29.0, released on May the 19th, 2026. Raiders, it seems the rumours are true. After long avoiding travelling below ground, the nomadic envoys have arrived in Speranza. On the hunt for valuable gear and weaponry, these mysterious members of the nomadic tribe are offering deals you can't find anywhere else. So what's new? There's a new trader, of course, called the Nomadic Envoy. One of a group of nomadic envoys, Ermal, has made camp in Speranza, bringing with him a range of tempting topside trades. Raiders who have reached level 25 can barter high-value Arc materials and any stockpiled rare weapons in exchange for lucrative offerings. Expanded stash space, resets if you depart on the expedition, expedition vault access. So this enables raiders to safely store up to 5 of their most prized items for retrieval post-expedition. So it's like your raiders passing on blueprints or other items to the next person that takes their place. Ermal also offers a variety of weekly rotating trades, cosmetics, blueprints, raider tokens, gameplay and progression items, including items for current raider projects. Ermal will return weekly with new offerings as he liaises with his fellow nomads. Catch his latest deal before he departs. And there's a dev note here. We'll keep a close eye on your feedback and data to ensure the balance stays fair and challenging. For the first week, a single stash expansion and 5 expedition vault spaces will be available to gather initial feedback and give us a chance to adjust prices before adding more space. Offers will rotate in and out. If you missed one of the offers this week, they may appear in a future stock rotation. And what we have here is a new grenade launcher. The Rascal. Tion Wen has been tinkering in her workshop again. Meet the Rascal, the latest addition to your arsenal for tackling armoured Arc threats. Lightweight, compact and easy to carry, this unconventional launcher packs a punch despite its quirks. While it's slower to reload and a bit unpredictable on the aim, the Rascal shines as a reliable sidearm for those who want anti-Arc firepower without the risk of lugging around a hullcracker. And mod improvement to the extended barrel, end of round changes, the sand veil set, facial hairstyle edition sideburns. The sheath set will be available on June the 2nd. So the patch highlights are: fixed an issue where players would be teleported when standing on destroyed Arc parts, reduced the power cost of photoelectric cloak from 10 to 5, weapon durability adjustments. Queen and Matriarch will now more often step over things than through them, reducing the amount of times players suffer unfair knockback. Added an option to block players after reporting. An update on security and anti-cheat. So within the balance changes, for the Arc they increased the granularity of Arc vision through bushes and smoke, rewarding strategic positioning. Raiders near the edge of cover are now easier to spot, while those deeper in foliage or behind smoke are harder to detect. Improved how Arc perceives sound in open outdoor spaces while reducing their sensitivity to sounds in indoor environments and those passing through geometry. The Firefly improved how the Firefly applies fire. The effect now matches the visuals more closely, and briefly grazing the flame no longer feels as punishing, reducing the sensation of being hit around corners. For the Rocketeer, when the Rocketeer shoots several missiles at once, they are now consistently spread out over a larger area to prevent unfair situations where multiple missiles hit the same location. I've been screwed by that many times. So as we know, for the gameplay they reduced the power cost of the photoelectric cloak. In augments, the Cloud of Renewal effect on the Tactical Mark III healing augment has been changed to an AoE effect. The Cloud of Renewal healing has been increased from 20 to 45. The cooldown on Cloud of Renewal has been increased from 30 seconds to 45 seconds. They've changed the shield capacity on Combat Mark III flanking augment to accept medium shields. So as mentioned in the patch notes for 1.26, their continued focus on underperforming augments is taking place. In this update, we're making the Tactical Mark III healing augment offer more utility in line with its place as a support-focused augment. Now you can also heal your allies and your enemies if you're not careful after being revived. We also increased the survivability potential of the Combat Mark III flanking to make it more viable as a flanking combat augment. In the weapons, the Bettina base fire rate has been increased from 235 to 250, and weapon durability adjustments. It's been clear that the durability changes in the last patch were felt too much on some weapons. For this update, we're targeting the worst offenders that seem to break too quickly, increasing their lifetime to bring them in line with other weapons. So I'm going to stick all of those on the screen now, but they're targeting the Ferro, Anvil, Canto, Osprey, Renegade, Torrente, Bettina and Jupiter, and all of them have had a minimum of 18% lifetime increase, up to 54% for things like the Renegade. We will continue to listen to your feedback and monitor for any pain points that come up around durability in the coming weeks, and continue to adjust accordingly. Weapon mods. Weapon mods can now affect aim down sights, transition speed for scoped weapons. The extended barrel, bullet velocity bonus has been increased from 25 to 30%, increased the damage fall off distance by 15%, renamed to extended barrel 3, added new mesh, added 2 lower tier variants, Extended Barrel 1 and Extended Barrel 2. Content and bug fixes. Arc. In the general, they have fixed an issue where Flying Arc could get stuck. Queen and Matriarch will now step over things rather than through them, as we mentioned before. When Raiders first spawn into a session, Arc will be less perceptive of them and less likely to engage, and they've fixed some instances of Arc spawning in unexpected locations. The Arc Turbine. They have fixed the Arc Turbine legs becoming invisible in odd angles. They've improved the Arc Turbine probability of finding good angles for the legs when landing. And they've improved the Arc Turbine landing positioning to mitigate visual clipping issues. And they've increased the odds of Raiders getting burned by the Arc Turbine when inside of it. In animation, they've updated cloth physics on character outfits for more natural movement. They've fixed an issue causing some Arc weapon rotations to snap and appear laggy. They've fixed an issue where items would clip into field crates when picked up while holding a gadget. Audio. Reduced how much sounds are lowered while taking damage. Added a distinct sound when Bastion and Bombardier switch targets. Added comb filtering to footsteps and movement sounds to achieve clearer perception of distance, elevation and movement direction. Improved binaural audio to make it easier to distinguish the height and elevation of sounds. Cosmetics, ongoing work to unify character texture settings for better performance and more visual consistency. In gameplay, players are now immune to stuns while entering a raider hatch, preventing interruptions when returning to Speranza. Fixed an issue where downed players could move out of bounds, and fixed an issue where pressing fire during certain actions like dodge roll or climbing wouldn't buffer fire. In general, they fixed an issue where players would be teleported, as we mentioned before, by standing on arc parts. They fixed an issue where characters could float when disconnecting in mid-air. Fixed an issue where the expedition timer was not showing the correct duration. The agave juice now quick moves into available quick use slots instead of the backpack, and will not be unloaded from backpack when emptying it. And free loadout augment sell price goes from 100 to 660. Maps. General. Fixed low-res textures, odd spray paint decals and misaligned wall in tunnel and highway areas. Fixed overly dark shading on vent materials to improve visibility. In Riventides, they fixed a balcony structure clipping into a hotel doorway that could block passage. Fixed floating objects and improved rope visuals and physics. Fixed a misaligned balcony in the hotel lobby and missing wall collision at room 207. Stella Montes, polished environment textures and fixed collision issues. For social, they've added an option to block players after they report them, fixed an issue where voice chat could fail when opening the console UI on PS5/Xbox, end of round changes. Raiders will now be able to see all squad members at the end of the round whether they extracted successfully or not. Interacting with the squad member's nameplate will display a range of social actions that can be taken, which include reporting, muting or blocking the player. And players will also be able to immediately leave the squad in the tunnel sequence. Stability and performance. General performance and stability improvements have taken place, and they fixed an issue that could cause the loading screen to remain stuck. For UI, they added information to the Crash Map tooltip to showcase the additional safe full height gain. Deployable previews now show occluded portions with a striped overlay, making placement easier. Fixed an issue where pinging an arc turbine as it entered the map could cause the ping marker to behave erratically. In utility, they removed unintended delay after cancelling a trigger nade throw, during which the grenade could then not be thrown or triggered. Fixed an issue where throwing grenades could not be cancelled. Cancelling deployment of pulse mine or gas mine no longer consumes that item. fixed an issue where the use zipline prompt was missing, preventing interaction at close range, fixed an issue where vaulting could trigger while moving upward or while standing on the ground with the powered descender active, and fixed an issue where the surge coil would not damage teammates of the player who placed it. Now, in the known issues, opening the console menu on PS5/Xbox while matchmaking causes the matchmaking to be cancelled. The Sandvale outfit scarf may appear stretched with longer hairstyles clipping through. Players can fall from the map by walking near the wall of the Pilgrim's Peak building. Successful extraction music plays in the background when the new trader introduction video is shown to the player after they return to the main menu. Characters in Squad Walk screen may fail to appear under certain circumstances. Delabra does not deal damage to training dummies in the practice range. Pause on Augment's regen effect fails to apply after player's revival. The throw animation may sometimes fail to play if the player attempts to detonate a trigger nade immediately after throwing it. Some localization issues across the UI, including missing text in the settings menu and loading screen quotes. In rare cases, purchases might not work in the customization screen. Reopen the customization screen to fix it. The Firefly may sometimes disappear after going idle and drop an incendiary grenade. Shredders float to the ceiling in some rooms of the hidden bunker, that's still an issue. Player animations may appear broken when interrupting search of the Baron Husk, and the Leaper can jump through the Arc Turbine. And finally, they finished the patch notes with an update on security and anti-cheat. As mentioned recently in our Ensuring Fair Play article, we want to continue improving our anti-cheat solutions and more accurately detect foul play across the Rust Belt. Following a positive rollout in the finals, De Novo anti-cheat will also come to Arc Raiders starting May 19th, initially to a limited player pool, with plans to expand after close monitoring. We will not be using De Novo's digital rights management service and are working to ensure minimal impact on performance. With De Novo anti-cheat and AnyBrain, we are working to strengthen Arc Raider systems even further. Keep sending us reports of any information that you believe might help us do so. It's highly appreciated. See you topside, Raiders. Awesome. So there we have it. Another load of patch notes, exciting things. A new trader is always good. I haven't dived into the game nearly as much as I've wanted to recently, just because I've been focusing on a few other things, including platinum trophy hunting. But my plan is to obviously continue with this game. I love it. It's easily the best extraction shooter I've played so far, and I hope to continue playing it. What I'd like to see next, I mention it nearly every time, is those customization options for the guns themselves. To have camos or paint jobs to be able to apply to the weapons through earning them through certain challenges. That is something that I would keep pushing until they add it. I think that's going to be very cool. But what would you like to see next in Arc Raiders? Is it some more fixes? Is it some new content? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you want, and I will catch you guys in the